Chapter 2 The Hero of Smile Town. The group agrees and begins to disperse, each animal going their own way to join their break. Link heads off towards the local movie stand in town. Link walks through the streets, enjoying the sunshine and lively atmosphere. He eventually arrives at this movie stand, eagerly eyeing the various flavors on display. He orders a refreshing fruit smoothie and leans against a nearby building to enjoy it. Hey, do I know you from somewhere? Link takes a sip of his smoothie and turns to the store worker, a little surprised. I don't think so. Have we met before? The store worker squints his eyes, studying Link closely. I could have sworn I recognized you from somewhere. You look awfully familiar. Oh, Link, it's you! I used to live on Alta Island when you lived there with your sister. How's life here for you? Link's eyes widen in surprise as the store worker suddenly recognizes him. Wait, you knew me back on Alta Island? Wow, surprising, but seriously, who are you? I literally never met you a day in my life. The store worker chuckles, amused by Link's confusion. Sorry to surprise you like that, but yeah, we lived on the same island growing up. I was probably a few years older than you, which is why you don't remember me. Name's Tallow. Link's expression lights up in recognition. Wait a minute, Tallow? Now I remember. We used to play together when we were kids. Tallow grins and glad that Link finally remembers him. Yep, that's me. Glad you remember now. It has been a while, hasn't it? How have you been, Link? Link sips his smoothie, feeling a sense of nostalgia. Yeah, it's been ages. I'm doing alright. Just living here in Smile Town these days. What about you? What have you been up to since South Island? Tallow shrugs casually. Oh, just the usual. Travel around a bit, worked odd jobs here and there. Nothing as exciting as the adventures, that's for sure. But I finally settled here in Smile Town a few months ago, and I've been loving it ever since. So, Lemon's a big deal, huh? I see you adapted to a swordsman. The sword on your back says it all. Link looks down at the sword on his back, a hint of pride in his gaze. Yeah, I had my fair share of adventures and battles since we last saw each other. And this sword, the Master Sword, has been my trusted companion throughout it all. Tallow whistles impressed. Wow, the Master Sword, huh? That's some serious gear you got there, Link. I can only imagine the kind of battles you've been in, at 11 years old. That's some impressive stuff. Link chuckles, feeling a bit sheepish at Talow's praise. He's not used to being treated like some kind of hero. Well, I had my fair share of close calls and tough battles, but I've always managed to come out top. With a hell of help with my friends, of course. Yeah. The Smiling Critters, right? Link nods with a smile. Yeah, the Smiling Critters are my friends and allies. They are a pretty amazing group. Each of them has its unique strengths and abilities. And we all work well as a team to help each other out. They've become like family to me. Link got his smoothie and headed out. Tal waves Link off, a friendly smile on his face. Alright, take care, Link. It was great seeing you again, man. Link smiles back, reaching his smoothie as a farewell gesture. Thanks, Tal. I'll see you around. With that, Link walks away, feeling a sense of nostalgia and familiarity with his encounter with Tallow. As Link walks through the streets of Smile Town, sipping on his smoothie, he reflects on his interaction with Tallow. It's strange how life can bring people back together after so many years apart, and yet it feels oddly comforting, like finding a piece of his past in this new place. As Link continues walking, he suddenly hears a slight commotion coming from one of the nearby alleys. He can't make out what's going on, but his curiosity is primed, whoever that word is, and he decides to investigate. Link approaches the alley cautiously, keeping his sword on the handle of his keeping his hand on the handle of his sword. The commotion grows louder as he gets closer, and he can now hear the sound of muffled voices arguing. Link stops himself for a moment, and he remembers the deal he made with Crafty, Bobby, Hoppy, Picky, Kickin, and Bubba in Dark Day, that he should call for backup if needed. Link pauses for a moment, remembering the agreement that he made with his friends. He usually tries to handle situations on his own, but he agreed to call for backup if necessary. He considers his options for a moment, then sighs, and reaches for the communication device in his pocket. But something stops Link for a moment. He checks how many they are. Link stands in the shadows, trying to make a better look at the situation in the alley. From his position, he can make out three shadowy figures, arguing amongst themselves. It's difficult to tell exactly who they are, or what they're discussing, but it doesn't look friendly. If it's just two, then what's the point of calling? Link ponders for a moment, weighing the pros and cons. He's faced much tougher challenges on his own before he has come out very victorious. It's just three individuals. How difficult could it be? Just three Becommons walk in the park. Link defeats them in an instant. Link's confidence grows as he assesses his situation. He's taken on larger groups of Becommons alone in the past, and he doubts three measly Becommons pose much of a threat. With his steely grace, Link decides to take matters in his own hands and walks into the alley. The three Becommons face Link as he enters the alley, surprise and alarm etched on their faces. They exchange nervous looks, clearly not expecting to be confronted by such a young warrior. They die in an instant. Link quickly unsheathes his sword, his movements swift and precise. In mere seconds, he dispatches the three Becommons while breaking a sweat. Their lifeless bodies fall silently to the ground, defeated by the young hero's skill and determination. Link stands over the fallen Becommons for a moment, breathing heavily, but otherwise unharmed. He can't help but feel the sense of satisfaction at having handled the situation on his own once again. Link goes home after that day and just plays Mario Kart for a while. Link returns home, his mind still buzzing from adrenaline of the earlier encounter. He decides to unwind by playing some video games. And soon he finds himself addicted to Mario Kart. Hours pass as he races through the various courses, determined to come out on top. Then there's a knock at the door. Link pauses the game and sets the controller aside his controller. Curious to who could be at the door, he gets up from the couch and heads towards the door, a little baffled at the unexpected visit. Link opens the door and to find Dog Day sitting there, looking slightly concerned. Dog Day's concern immediately softens when he sees the young hero. "Hey there, Link. Mind if I come in for a moment?" Link nods and steps aside, gesturing for Dog Day to enter. "Of course. Come on in." Dog Day steps aside, his gaze sweeping over the surroundings. He takes in the closely interior of Link's home, the various gaming consoles lined up on the shelf, and the Mario Kart game paused on the TV screen. "Damn, what's the need for so many consoles?" Link chuckles at Dog Day's question, amused by the ever older animal's reaction to his gaming setup. "Oh well, there's just too many games to play, and each console has its exclusives. So yeah, my collection kind of grows over time." Dr. D smirks, raising an eyebrow. "I see you got quite the gaming collection there, kid. Don't tell me you spend all your free time in front of those screens." "I don't. I also train." I'm pointing to a wooden tree target in the back area of his home. Dr. D looks where Link is pointing, noticing the wooden target in the back of his area of his house. Dr. D, I see what you got. A little makeshift training area back there. Nice. Gotta keep yourself sharp, especially for a young hero like you. All I am going to say is that we're going to do a hangout day with the others today. You up for that? Link's face lights up at the prospect of a hangout day with the smiling critters. He puts on his controller and nods. "Yeah, absolutely. Count me in." End of chapter 2. Once again, I thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys in chapter 3. Peace. Bye bye.